are all a part of this list. And then you got Bucks in 2021, which are not a part of this list, but is actually a one-off. And then Phoenix, they beat Phoenix. So that's actually the one, which is interesting, that no one on this list won, but they also didn't beat anyone on this list. All of the one-offs have actually beat teams that are on this list. So I thought this was a very, very, very interesting year. A very, very interesting list, which made me start thinking like, man, Boston may not win. Denver may not win because they don't have anyone on this list. Took me to a place that's very interesting and I want you all to think about. So this could get a little long, so bear with me. Not the episode, just this list. So think about this. The guys responsible for all the championships in our life. It's a conversation I was having with a friend. Larry Bird, Magic, Kareem, Isaiah / Dumars, Joe Dumars, Michael, Jordan, Hakeem, the Dream, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron, D-Wade, Steph, Clay, Draymond. List skips, Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich, Riles, Pat Riley, Dumars again, Joe Dumars, Steve Kerr. 9 championships, 5 as a coach, 4 as a player. Steve Kerr. But I feel like if you just start watching that, you're kind of ignoring like what's been going on and very disrespectful to the Miami Heat, which has been. And so if I'm the Miami Heat, I'm like, yeah, y'all actually all can stay on that side. Like, don't switch now. That's the way it's been. But it's been this way, right? Like, you're going through these matchups and all that, and I feel like you got to be just making a mistake. Like, if you don't feel like you're making a mistake picking against the Miami Heat, like, you don't know basketball. You don't understand competition. If that's what you're doing, if you're just picking against the Miami Heat, you really don't understand competition. And you really, like, think it's luck. That's what it is. You actually think it's luck that these guys are doing what they're doing. And it's not luck. It's not luck. So I went through this whole thing, right? And I'm like, man, I got to roll with Denver in 6. But that's just disrespectful. It's very disrespectful. The whole thing, I'm like, yo, I actually may need to move off the Denver pick and roll with Miami. Miami's playing well. The destiny seems to be there. They got the guys or the guy who's gotten it done, who's a part of this list. It's hard for me to roll with Denver on this. So then I started to do the matchups. And I'm like, all right, at point guard, you got Jamal Murray and Gabe Vincent. Miami kind of does the point guard by committee thing. And then after 2, you got KCP versus Max Strus. After 3, you got Michael Porter Jr. versus, or you can go Max Strus there, and you can go Michael Porter Jr. You can go Caleb Martin after 2. Like, their positions is kind of all over the place. It's not quite like a thing. They just play basketball. They put basketball players on the court. They play basketball, and they win. That's just what it's been. So, I start looking at these matchups. You got Jimmy, Aaron Gordon. You got Bam. You got Nikola Jokic on Denver. I'm going to tell you why I actually ended up on Denver. Went through the matchups, did the whole thing. Don't want to disrespect the guys who are on the list. I don't want to disrespect the Miami Heat and how they've been playing. But here's why I picked Denver. Obviously, have been a better team all year. Denver's been one of the best teams from start to finish. I think Denver has the best player in the series. And with all due respect to Jimmy, Jimmy's incredible, been playing incredible. We all can agree Nikola Jokic is on some all-time great type stuff right now. He's constantly getting better. He makes everyone else better. Just playing absolutely incredible. So I got the best player in the series. Miami also is going to impact their butt to win a championship. And so, any of their series. They've had opportunities to close. They closed. They're getting it done. They might have lost one of the closeout games to Phoenix, maybe. But I'm not even sure they did that. I think it went 2-2, and then they won the next two. So they didn't fuck around. Like, okay, y'all won 2 at home, cool. Home, coming back to your house, over. Then they swept the Lakers. Then they swept them. Swept like brooms. It's LeBron James. Prior episodes, I was talking about the know-how, like having the know-how, knowing how to do it. LeBron James know how to do it. They swept them. Not messing around. And when teams do that, it's like, oh, they folk, which are a part of this list.